NASA girl, somebody better go around Nicki Minaj's house and see about her, cause that bitch is on the verge of having a nervous breakdown. Let me tell y'all something. I don't care what nobody say. Nicki Minaj is having a mental and emotional meltdown right now, and somebody better go check on daughter. Okay, not my daughter. Somebody better go check on her. Listen. A lot of y'all were dropping down in the comments and saying, Dineva, please do a review of the Queen album. And I chose not to because, you know, music reviews really aren't my thing. And I'm not really a fan of a lot of the modern, you know, music and what's been playing on the radio right now. You know, Nicki Minaj, I'm not going to say that I'm a fan, but I'm not a fan. You know, she's just there. You know, I think I'm a little too old to be going all up for Nicki. However, I definitely respect her contribution to the game and everything that Mama has accomplished. She definitely is a powerhouse. One of my homegirls called me and was like, Q, check out Barbie Dreams, check out the song with Foxy, check out another song on the album. And I did check those songs out, and Barbie Dreams, bitch, I love it. That song is everything. So it prompted me to skim through the album, and not much on the album caught my attention. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I did not sit down and give it a hardcore attentive listen, but I skimmed through it and nothing really caught my attention. Now, you know, everybody is reporting poor album sales. The album ain't doing what it was projected to do. It's not doing what people expected it to do. And I think that because of that, coupled with the threat of Cardi B and a lot of other stuff, it's got Nicki off of her rocker. She's a little uncomfortable. Nicki is used to and accustomed to everybody singing her praises and everything she touches turning to gold. Here is what Nicki has to understand. Nicki Minaj has had a solid, uncontested 10-year run. Like Mama, every dog has its day. And if you look at the music industry historically, for women, that is about how long each artist dominates the charts. Latifah and Light them, they had a good, 10, 12, 13-year run. The Brat held it down for a decade. These women artists, rap artists, they hold it down for a decade. And unfortunately, the way the music industry is set up, when it comes to female rappers, they only allow room for one. I don't know why, and we can talk about that later. So here's the thing. I'm not even finna sit here and make this call or this video about Cardi B versus Nicki, and it's like, oh, Nicki's out and Cardi's in. That's not even what I'm saying. Independent of Cardi, Cardi B had never been born. It's about time, if you look at the trend, for Nicki to fade out from top to almost top and somebody else to take the top spot. Simply put, as consumers, we're bored. We're bored. We've seen all that you've got to give. And I'm going to tell you something. I saw an interview when I was a young boy of Eddie Levert in the OJs with Donnie Simpson and Sherry Carter. I'm telling my age, and I'm the only person that remembers these types of things. And Donnie Simpson asked Eddie Levert if there was any advice that you would give a younger up-and-coming artist, what would it be? And that man's words were, study our longevity in the business. Study how it is we were able to be around for so long. And there are few people that you need to study. The Patti LaBelle's of the world. Patti has been around forever and a day. It still is performing, and there still is a demand for her. Beyonce has been able to reinvent herself time and time again. And just when you think she can't top herself, she comes out and does something even greater. Madonna, Cyndi Lauper, these are all artists that you need to study in terms of longevity in the business. I am sorry, but Nicki has failed, in my opinion, to recreate herself. I think Nicki has rested on her laurels. with this queendom. I'm the queen, I'm the queen, I'm the queen. And for whatever reason, this album just did not give what some of those more hungry albums earlier in her career give. Now, here's the thing that's gagging me. You went from showing fake love to Cardi to dissing Cardi. Cardi ain't did shit to you. The issue is you just feeling a way. You feeling a way that everybody's singing her praises and you ain't the great and you're unstable right now and you're off your rocker. So you did that. Then you launched into this beef with Safari and all the DJs online. That's when I really realized, okay, Mama is having a nervous breakdown. What is she doing? That was a very bad PR move. Like, you talk shit about the Love and Hip Hop checks that Self was getting, but you pulling Love and Hip Hop stunts. You know what I'm saying? Start beef to get attention to the album. It backfired. It did not work in your favor. And I was thinking to myself, okay, is Nicki doing this for publicity or is she really coming undone at the seams? And my vote is on the latter. Mama is coming unraveled, undone. Then this latest hiccup is the North American tour has been postponed. Now, some argue that it's because of low ticket sales that it's been postponed. Nicki argues that she hasn't had time to rehearse. I've never heard that excuse before, and I'm side-eyeing the fuck out of her. Now, granted, Mama said she had to push her album back. Okay, I am of the school of belief that even with having to push your album back, I would think that 3/4 of your album was done at the time in which you pushed it back. And this is all an assumption, meaning that you knew you had a tour coming up in the midst of having to record the last 25% of your album. I'm sorry, you ain't writing and recording all damn day for 3 months. So it would seem to me that in preparation of the upcoming tour and album that you still would have been rehearsing and working on the creative for the existing tracks that you had. Considering that your album sales are low and that you freaking out and having a nervous breakdown in the public, I am of the thought that perhaps, yeah, you did cancel this tour because you just ain't feeling it and, shit ain't doing too well. And you know what? I really think that was the right move. I do. I think that had Nicki did this tour and it had mediocre sales and mediocre response from the crowd, that it actually would have sped up exponentially her decline. I think, and y'all mark my words, you watch and see, Queen gonna ride, Nicki probably gonna drop another album or a couple of singles, hot singles, before she re-announced these tour dates. You watch and see. Nicki about to come out with some new collabos, and maybe this, shake up in the business, showing Nicki that bitch all ain't promised to you, will give her the fire that she needs to reinvent herself and keep striving and keep being great. But I'm sorry, as of now, I am not a fan of any of these unfortunate chains of events, and Nicki needs to stop. You're supposed to be on a PR promo tour and you playing defense. Every time you at the radio station is something negative. And I think it was Charlemagne that referred to her as a sore winner. You are a sore winner, Nicki. Like, you don't broke every damn record. You making all the money. You all over the place, and you had a solid 10-year run, mama. What more do you want? Like, my whole thing is accept your fate gracefully, or if not, level up. But all of this crying and bitching because your album ain't doing what it doing and all these excuses, let me tell you something. Excuses are tools of the incompetent used by those who are weak to build monuments of nothingness, and those that use them seldom amount to anything. Okay? Cut it out, because we don't want to hear it. Queens don't make excuses, and queens damn sure don't come off their throne to have Twitter beef. And don't even get me started with Ra Ali and Brooke Bailey girl and Mariah Lynn and all. Girl, it's just too much. It's too much for the internet. Nicki, tell your goons to settle down and go back to selling shoes and ass. Mariah Lynn, you and your new titties, mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business. And Nicki, get your shit together, ma. That's what I gotta say. Vanessa, girl, somebody need to go around this whole house and check on her, and it ain't gonna be me. Bad. Oh, the last thing I want to say. Unfortunately, Kim and Nicki are not friends, but it's a moment like this where a relationship with somebody like a Kim, like a Foxy, would be worthwhile, because these women could coach you through the emotional breakdown you're having about once being hot and now being not. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where that strong sisterhood unity in the game would really come in handy right now, because bitch, you need a hug and a handout. We got you. I'll call you later, girl. Bye.